Hello, and welcome to my video on how to fill up your Froggydex quickly and efficiently. Here I have my full set of Serpentis frogs. In the first three habitats, the combinations of the primary and secondary colors are crucial. In order for the breeding to go perfectly, you will need the following combinations of your choice breed of frog. In the first habitat, you'll need an olive tingo, azure carota, violet aurum, royal folium, glass muscus, emerald kyana, and a black calyx. In the second habitat, you'll need a purple pruny, blue viola, beige ceres, green flores, pink albeo, aqua bruna, and cocos cafea. In the third habitat, you'll need an orange pisea and a yellow chroma. In the fourth and final habitat, the secondary color, which is like tingo through chroma, all those colors, doesn't really matter. It's the primary, like the maroon through glass, that's important. So you'll need a maroon something, a red something, a golden something, tangelo something, lime something, marine something, and white something. All the somethings can be any kind of color. That doesn't matter. You'll need maroon, red, gold, whatever. Those are the ones that are important. There. Now we got a completed starter set. This is the hardest part. Once you have a full starter set, the next frogs you breed will be so easy. I'll show how you do that as well in this video. Anyway, moving on. Now at this point, I have finished my Serpentis breed with 100%, and I would like to move on. Here is how you transfer the color combinations over to the next breed. This part is really simple. So, pick the next unfinished breed you want to do and use a randomly colored frog. I want to do stellatas next, so here I have an orange aurum in the first habitat of the starter set. Ideally, I want to copy all of the combinations over to the stellatas, so I start with the olive tingo serpentis. Breed the choice frog, which in my case is a stellata, and the first starter frog, the olive tingo whatever, and you should get an olive tingo stellata in my case as a possible outcome. Breed however many times you would like, up to 8, because obviously that's all a nursery can take. How will you know if you've gotten your desired froggy or not? Well, you need to check your Froggydex. Go to the desired breed, look for your desired frog. Now, if it is registered, it will show the specs for the frog. Memorize the max value, which in my case is 1,458 coins, and go to the nursery. Search through the eggs, looking at the max value until you come up with the right one that has your correct max value. Luckily for me, the first egg I clicked on was my desired frog. See, 1,458 matches with the amount in the Froggydex. I usually use a potion just to make sure I'm getting the right frog, because for some reason sometimes max values will be screwed up or be similar to another frog and you don't want that frog. And also, so I can put it in the habitat without waiting for it to hatch. Voila! It is an olive tingo stellata. Sell all the other eggs in the nursery, move the old olive tingo frog from the first habitat to a different habitat, and move on to the next starter frog. Here, for me, it would be the azure carota frog. So breed your randomly colored choice frog, which is my stellata in this case, with the azure carota frog. You will do the same process over and over and over again so that you can go from this set, which in my case is a Serpentis set, to the next set, which is stellata set for me. So I'll come back once I've got my full stellata set. I'm back! And here we have all the stellatas replacing the Serpentis starter set. As you can see, all of the stellatas are copies of the Serpentis primary and secondary colors. So now comes the filling up the Froggydex part. Ideally, we'll start with the primary color, maroon, since that's the first one. So go into the maroon folder of your choice frog. There are missing frog combinations, of course. Here I have the maroon carota, maroon aurum, and maroon muscus registered. And I need the maroon tingo, maroon folium, maroon kyana, and the maroon calyx for the first habitat. So let's begin. Put the maroon frog in the first habitat. Click on him and click on the heart to breed him. Finally, we'll breed him with the olive tingo frog since I need a maroon tingo. I generally like to breed my frogs in multiples of 2, so if there are 4 frogs in one habitat, I'll breed each of them by 2, as I do here with the tingo, folium, kyana, and calyx frogs. If there are only 2 frogs, I breed them by 4, but you can do whatever you want. Anyway, now it's time to check the Froggydex to see if I've successfully begun filling it. Looks like I only got my maroon tingo, unfortunately. So go to the nursery, sell all the eggs, and you know, I really wish there was a sell all button or something that would make this a lot easier. Now back to the first habitat. Select Maroon again, and I'll breed him with the Royal Folium frog because there are only 3 frogs. I breed 2 frogs by 3 and 1 frog by 2. Next, the Kyana and the Kalos frogs. Again, check the Froggydex. Looks like I got my Folium. Now back to the nursery, sell the eggs, back to the first habitat, breed for missing frogs, etc. You will continue these motions until you fill up the required frogs for each habitat. For example, in the first habitat you need Tingos through Kalis, second habitat Pruny through Caffea, third habitat Pisea and Chroma, until you have all 16 secondary colors for your primary color, maroon in this case. And throughout this process you will move your base color frogs around a lot. Here you can see I finally got all the frogs in the first habitat and should move on to the second one. All I have is Maroon Albeo, so I'll need to breed with all the other frogs to fill in the missing spots. Again, go through the motions to fill the empty gaps. Once you have all 16 secondary colors, Tingo through Chroma, move on to your next primary color, which is red. In my case, set him in your first habitat and go through the motions again. And that's all for now. There's a written version of this tutorial and you can find it on my Pocket Frog blog, which is down in the info. Follow my blog or follow me on Pocket Frogs and I'll send you a free legendary frog. I also do frog requests, and you can send them to the email listed in the info. Also, the first 3 people to comment on this video are eligible to receive 8 of the Serpentis starter frogs if desired. Have a good day and happy frogging!